Incoming call from Sloan.
Sloan? Really?
I need to speak to you. Come alone.
What is this?
She hung up, Pathfinder.
Lovely. Better see what she wants.
It's a win-win situation.
Take it this beauty is yours?
The Tempest?
Hell of a Sloan. Off. Uncharacteristically so. You must be important.
Does Kadar get a...
Kadar got Angara and exiles from all over Helios.
Thanks for your time.
Sloan's inside. Mind your damn manners.
Where is everybody?
I told them to get out of my sight.
Take it someone pissed you off?
The charlatan used my own people to beat up Kitus. He's alive, barely.
I know you and Kitus are close.
You don't know shit. I didn't call you here for a pity party.
Why did you call me? I'm not exactly your favorite person.
The charlatan left a note on Kitus's body. He wants to settle things between us. Meeting spot is in Drowlear.
Could be a trap.
You think? I can't trust my own people, but you're an outsider. And honorable.
The charlatans had plenty of time to act. Why make a move now?
I ignored the collective for too long. Thought they were just another ragtag group of upstarts. Now they're bold and dangerous. What happened to Kitus is on me. I've got to end this before it gets worse. You with me?
I'll watch your back.
Kadara's fate will be decided at this meeting. I was hoping it wouldn't come to this, but... Hey, shit happens, right? Meet me at this location. I'll go on ahead.
Pathfinder, this area can be mined for resources. You can extract minerals via your mining interface.
Hey, Scudder. Get any closer and I'll hit you with a corrosive bomb. Killed 2 looters today already. You want to test me?
Whoa, hey, we're no outlaws. We're friendly.
Then come prove it, slowly.
Pathfinder, this area can be mined for resources. You can extract minerals via your mining interface.
Be ready, kid. Sloan's out for blood.
Took your sweet time. Come on, let's get this over with.
I'm with you.
You look like you're waiting for someone. Reyes?
I'm here for the charlatan, not some third-rate smuggler.
They're one and the same.
Surprise.
The Angaran spy. Your interest in the Rokar murders. Everything you've done has been to undermine Sloan's power.
Death by 1,000 cuts.
You said you wanted to settle things. How?
A duel. You and me, right now. Winner takes Kadara Port.
You want to avoid war by shooting each other?
2 people shooting each other is better than a lot of people shooting each other.
I'll take those terms.
Sniper, his sights are set on slow.
Sniper! Damn it! Cover me!
Shoot him! What the hell was that?
Damn it!
He's got nowhere to hide. My people will find him, then his head goes on a spike.
No. No more heads on spikes, no more public executions.
Not even out of the fucking cave, and you're making demands.
You're alive because of me. It's time you start playing nice.
I'll never trust Tan or the initiative. But you're out of the doghouse. Pathfinder. Come to collect on the debt I owe you?
I've proven myself an ally. It's time you start treating me like one.
You're a real pain in the ass, you know that?
I've heard that before.
But you did save my life. I know the Nexus needs outposts. Kadara's in better shape than most planets.
This is the right call, Sloan. We don't have the numbers to keep fighting each other. We need to work together.
I'll work with you, but not with Tan. The Nexus exiled us to die. I've neither forgiven nor forgotten that.
I'm not asking you to ignore the past, just to consider the future.
I get a cut of whatever your settlers produce. Think of it as a protection fee. Plenty of collectives still running around. Wouldn't want them to get ideas.
That almost sounds like extortion.
Do we have a deal?
Only because I need the outpost.
Pleasure doing business with you.
Pathfinder. This area is viable for an initiative outpost, Pathfinder. Confirmed. Calling outpost.
Amazing. This may piss off as many people as you manage to feed.
Director, I trust you're enjoying the show?
I'm enjoying the progress. The show part is something else entirely. Honestly, an outpost on Kadara, where the worst of our exiles stake their claim? You better be sure about this.
They want stability, same as the Nexus. A solid outpost will bring some back.
True. They left when the dream failed. And you've done a lot to restore it. It's a win. And we'll take wins wherever we can get them. You need to do this again. Another step forward, but of course there's more. There's always more. Time for the public address. Think you can distill something motivational out of this?
Something to sell Kadara? You'll actually run it?
I may have concerns, but my ledger has one more outpost than it did yesterday. Sell it.
We trained for years. But when we reached Andromeda, everything changed. The dream almost died on worlds like this. But we can rebuild it. Bring stability. If there was ever a world that needed our best, at their best, this is it.
For posterity, Pathfinder. Addison out.
I've located a suitable site for an HNS receiver, Pathfinder. That point is set.
Helios News Service now broadcasting live.
Construction and repairs continue on various parts of the Nexus.
Welcome back.
You have AVP outstanding, Pathfinder.
orbiting Kadara. Anomaly on sensors. Probe away. Getting a scan.
According to that astronomer on Aya, a satellite should be here.
I'm not detecting anything. If it was here, it's gone.
You mean destroyed?
I mean, gone. Destruction would leave debris. We've got nothing. Let's try another nav point.
Honor to meet you, Pathfinder. Initiative Pilot Marixus. I run supplies to your outposts.
What brings you to Aya?
Your survival supplies only Aya has. I'm waiting on clearance to enter the city, but it's taking too long. I understand their caution, but the outposts need these supplies. I have to get them, now.
They let me into the city? I can help.
I appreciate that. To start, EOS needs a way to produce food to support population growth. They requested Kiloa seeds to begin their own crops. There's an agricultural scientist who might sell some.
I'll make sure to get those seeds.
Settlers on Kadara are suffering from a bacterial infection. They need Angaran antibiotics to fight it. A medic in the city should be able to help.
Got it. They'll have that medicine in no time.
Pathfinder, more of your outposts need help, if you have time. Vol's power grid is lagging without proper solar input. The solar technician...
I'll see what I can find. You work on the solar panels? Do you have an amplifier for solar energy?
Nothing as big as these, but I have a smaller one on hand. Do you need it?
Hey,
Whatever you're making, I have something to help.
I feel so out of place here. People keep staring at me. I can't tell if they're fascinated or afraid.
Get your raw materials. For art, for science, for you.
Let's make sure they have no reason to be afraid.
I'm on my best behavior.
Ven, thought you'd be in a resistance holding cell.
That was Ephra's plan. He wanted to throw me down a hole once he got his precious answers. The Moshae convinced him to release me here. I volunteer and they let me see sunlight.
You didn't trade one cell for another after all. And you get fresh air.
And servitude, dressed up like forgiveness. The Moshae keeps her high ground, and I'm the traitor who gets a second chance.
She didn't have to offer you mercy. You certainly don't deserve it.
Think I don't know that? I should get back to work. They're not paying me to stand around. Oh, that's right. They're not paying me at all.
Weird question. You don't have any Kiloa seeds, do you?
Yes, I do. Need some? Pathfinder, did you make it to Hervarl?
I found this Angaran helmet. Does it mean anything to you?
This is a pre-Dark Age design. Do you see the black marks? The Scourge targeted this pilot's ship. Stars, it's perfectly preserved. I can almost imagine the pilot. He must have been so afraid. I've never seen one of these intact. Do you know how rare this is? I can't even begin to repay you.
Why would the Scourge target that ship?
It must have been a remnant vessel, or maybe there's remnant tech in the helmet itself. Can you imagine? Our ancestors using the remnant. You know, Pathfinder, this gets me thinking. If it wasn't for you, we wouldn't even know that helmet existed. What if that's not all we're missing? There could be a wealth of history just out of our reach. So, I'm requesting your help again.
I can't agree without knowing what you want from me.
Of course, that's only fair. I've led digs on every Angaran homeworld, but there are places I've missed, areas only a Pathfinder could go. There could be relics sitting untouched for centuries because no one could reach them. What I ask is this: if you ever find yourself in an area like that, you keep an eye out for artifacts.
I already found one. Take a look at this.
Son above, it's an ancient Ravan, a musical instrument. It uses Angara's body energy to produce music. We have them now, but nothing is beautiful. The songs it played were probably lost long ago. How much culture have we forgotten? Art, music, stories, it's all gone.
You're already rebuilding. Look at Aya.
We have a long way to go. In any case, relics like this help us.
You said the helmet was touched by the Scourge. What does that mean?
I forget your people weren't around for that. When the Scourge appeared, it targeted remnant ships, broke down their technology. With the drive cores disabled...
The ships crashed.
But that may not be all. The Scourge leaves a mark on whatever it touches. If it touched this helmet, perhaps the pilot was the target. There may be remnant tech inside the helmet.
Or in the pilot.
Storms. I hadn't even thought of that.
I'll come back when I have something.
Stars guide your travels.
Not now. I'm calculating the antioxidant content of this irrigation system.
You have questions? Be quick.
What else did your scan reveal about me?
You're strong, tough. But much of Helios is inhospitable to human biology. You won't have it easy.
Never have. How do humans stack up against your people and the Ket?
You lack biological advantages, but your technology may offset that.
Generating personal electrical fields must come in handy.
It's just part of who we are. We don't think about it.
But you can defend yourself, create light sources, replace a dead battery. Heck of a parlor trick.
It's no trick.
Did you scan me on your own? Or did someone put you up to it? Paran? Ephra?
I'm a scientist. I want to understand
All that information?
Of course not. Angara share knowledge. It's how we survive.
Thanks for your time.
Yes, yes. Go.
No entering the med center until you're clean.
My people on Kadara are fighting a bacterial infection. Do you have antibiotics?
Of course. Will this do?
When I signed on to the initiative, I thought I'd be building museums, not enjoying alien cultures.
I came to establish
Pathfinder.
communities, not integrate with an advanced civilization. That's funny.
I think the Angara were just being polite.
I'll leave you to it.
They're as curious about us as we are about them.
It was a lot to assemble on short notice. I hope they understand.
Real change in tone after that care facility. Half the Angara are thankful, half are even more suspicious.
Let's try not to make it worse.
Don't worry about me. They're busy glaring at Cora for some reason.
These Angara are stronger than they look.
Yeah. They've been through a lot.
I look around and keep thinking about Tachanka. A galaxy away, and we're not so different.
Efra should have come to me.
Axel, I'm all right.
You almost died. What's he doing here?
I asked the Moshae to set up a meeting. I don't want us to be enemies.
Is this true?
Axel, Ryder rescued me from the Ket. He risked his life to...
Sloane Kelly saved Kadara. Look how that went.
I don't condone what happened on Kadara, but one bad experience doesn't define an entire species.
Your client has a history of treating each other unfairly. Just ask the Krogan.
How did you...
I've been watching you. You're invaders just like the Ket, except less cautious.
What does that mean?
You'll know soon enough. Do not trust them, Chauvin.
Axel... He didn't used to be like this. He was curious, brilliant. But the Ket... Even without exaltation, they change us.
There's still time to bring him around.
I want to believe that, but his hatred towards aliens...
I'll prove we can be trusted.
I hope so.
Ryder, we just received an emergency recording from EOS. Come to the meeting room when you get back to the Tempest.
Ambassador, I trust our people had a smooth transition to Aya.
The Angara have been gracious. Everything's going well.
Good. Keep me updated. 10 out.
I've never lied to a director before.
Pathfinder, it's a pleasure. I'm Ambassador Riala, Chief Diplomat for the Initiative on Aya. I was removed from Cryo specifically for this. Quite the wake-up call.
I assume you're trained for first contact diplomacy.
I'm a social anthropologist with a linguistics background. Close enough for Director Tan. I hear you're to thank for our new ties with Aya. This is our best shot at an alliance. Now we just need to keep our people from wrecking it, no matter how hard they try.
If something's wrong, I need to know.
Maybe you can help me fix it. A Solarian botanist named Sorvis Len is here, learning how to improve our crops. He sent an urgent comm, saying a member of the Angaran resistance had threatened him.
What happened?
I'm not sure. Sorvis is an excellent scientist, but not the best communicator. I'm concerned this could escalate if someone doesn't look into it, but I don't have the staff to spare.
I can go settle things. I'm a friendly face for both sides.
That would be helpful. With any luck, we can prevent this from getting worse.
How many of our people have they let into the city?
A strictly limited number, and only certain professions. Scientists, engineers, and scholars. The Angara have agreed to allow some of our people to work in Aya's research facilities.
That's huge.
It's more than I expected. Tan wants me to push for social visits, but I'm holding my ground. We need to move at their pace. They've been extraordinarily gracious, all things considered. I'll take whatever they're willing to give.
What's our end goal for Aya?
A strong alliance is all we can ask for. It's what we're working toward. Helios is the Angara's home. They dictate the terms of this partnership, not us. We need them as allies, and they could benefit from us. But we have to tread lightly.
Show them we're not invaders.
Historically, when two civilizations meet, one consumes or destroys the other. We need to break that cycle.
Aside from Sorvis Len, is everything okay? Need anything else?
Actually, yes. Director Tan gave me a project. He wants more Aya natives to live on the Nexus. He thinks it will deepen our partnership. A few Angara expressed interest, but none of them will agree to live on the Nexus without speaking to you first.
Why me?
After what you've accomplished? I didn't want to bother you, but you asked. I'll point you towards the candidates. If you could convince them to transfer, I'd be grateful.
That's all for now.
I'm here if you need anything.
You're one of Ambassador Riala's...
I am. Glad you... How can I stay in touch with them from the Nexus?
You'll have ways to send them text messages and comm transmissions.
I want contact with the people I love. You offer machines. We're not good enough, Pathfinder. At my age, family is more...
Good to see you.
When I first escorted you through our city, I wasn't sure it was the right thing, but you proved I was wrong to doubt. No, more than that. You didn't have to save the captives from exaltation. I wonder if you realize what that meant to us.
We're in this together. The initiative wants to help.
I want to believe it. You're so different from the Ket. What can I do for you?
I'm hoping you can get me on Ephra's good side.
If I knew how to do that, my job would be much simpler.
Sometimes it seems like you two don't get along at all. And other times...
He's a brilliant tactician and inspiring leader. We just disagree on what's best for our people. He believes secrecy and isolation keep us safe.
What do you believe?
We can't defeat the Ket alone. And neither can your initiative.
So, what do you do for fun around here?
The Tavatan is a popular spot for recreational activity.
Right, but what do you do? Can't work all the time.
Productivity is the best form of relaxation.
It's also a great way to get stressed out.
You sound like my brothers. All 10 of them.
10?
And 8 sisters. They're not allowed to bother me at work.
Thanks for your time. You're one of Ambassador Ryzen.
I am. I've lived my whole... How can I stay in touch with them from the Nexus?
You can send messages, talk to them on the comm. We'll even arrange a visit.
You get it. All right. I'm in.
Pathfinder, Ambassador Riala didn't think you'd have time for me.
She said you needed to talk before agreeing to live on the Nexus.
This is the opportunity of a lifetime. I'm an anthropologist, but I've only ever studied my own people. I've heard the Nexus is home to multiple species and cultures. It will be fascinating, and possibly dangerous. Bacteria, viruses, other contaminants. My family worries about me. Are you sure I'll be safe?
They wouldn't let me on Aya if I was a walking petri dish, would they?
You aren't taking this seriously enough to satisfy my family. I can't go without their blessing. I'm sorry. bacteria, viruses, other contaminants. My family worries about me. Are you sure?
We'll take every precaution. But entering an alien environment is always a risk.
I appreciate your honesty, and so will my family. I'll convince them to let me go. Thank you. Avela's getting restless.
What do you expect? She used to crawl for the kettle.
I can't work under these conditions. What does it take to be left alone?
Ease off. I'm here to help. You reported that someone in the Resistance threatened you. Tell me exactly what happened.
I didn't know Riala was sending the Pathfinder. I deserve no less, of course. I was measuring the photonic dispersal from the canopies when some random brute interrupted me. I asked him to move, and he got nasty. Said it was my fault his friend was dead. Ridiculous.
Do you know what he meant by that?
He ranted nonsense about a vessel and selling slots to outsiders. He got right up in my face and compared me to a cat. He wanted to kill me. I could see it in his eyes. The whole conversation made no sense. I think he was inebriated.
Sounds like there's more to this. Don't suppose you caught his name?
Didn't ask, didn't want it, didn't need it. When he left, I tagged him with infrared dye from my sample kit. Invisible to the naked eye, but not to a scanner.
I'll scan people around the Resistance headquarters. See if I find him.
You're supposed to represent our interests on Aya. Go, represent. I have work to do.
I detect the infrared dye Sorvis Len used to mark the person who threatened him.
That's our man.
I know why you're here. The botanist. You want an apology for what I said to him.
I only have one side of the story. Tell me yours.
It's hard to explain.
Try me.
Aya isn't big enough to give everyone a home. We each live here a short time and then move on. For someone to come, another must go. The exchanges are chosen at random. We call this arrangement the Vassal. Time of change. It worked well. Until now.
You lost someone you cared about. Was it because of the Vassal?
That's one way to see it. When our leaders agreed to make a place for your people here, it came with a cost. My friend won a place on Aya, but he sold that slot so one of you could stay here instead.
Sold it how? What did he get?
Comforts for his family, resources to improve their home on Haval. He always put others before himself. That's how he died, fighting Ket on Vold. When I found out, I was angry. Said things to your botanist I shouldn't have, but I'd never hurt your people.
I believe you. And I'm sorry for your loss. Between us, that botanist is kind of a jerk.
He didn't fear my anger. I respect that.
I'll talk to our ambassador. See if we can minimize our impact on your Vassal.
We don't expect things to be easy. Only that you understand, nothing is free for us.
It took humanity 8 years to get a Citadel embassy back home. Pretty impressive to get one here so fast.
All it took was handling some remnant.
It'll take more to keep this partnership going. Ambassador Riala will handle the embassy. Lets us focus on everything else.
Govajon, Pathfinder. I've been practicing the language. Any news on what happened to Sorvis Len?
Do you know about the Vassal? The Angaran lottery that decides who gets to live on Aya?
I've heard of it. Why?
Angara are selling their slots to come here, so our people can stay in their place. Including a member of the Angaran resistance. He was killed on Vold. Wouldn't have happened if he'd been here.
No one told me of this arrangement. Well, we have to do something.
We could let Angara who give up their slots live on the Nexus. It's safer than Vold.
Exactly what I was thinking. No one should suffer on our behalf. Thank you, Pathfinder. I'll forward your proposal to Director Tan immediately.
That's all for now.
I'm here if you need anything.
I found Kiloa seeds for EOS. Is this enough?
It's perfect. I'll make sure EOS gets them.
Here, I have the antibiotics for Kadara. Will the settlers be okay?
Once they have these, they'll be fine. I'll make sure they know who to thank.
Here, I found the solar amplifier for Vold.
They'll be happy to see this. No more power outages. Thank you, Pathfinder.
Ambassador Riala said you're thinking of moving to the Nexus.
Pathfinder. I'm honored even to be considered for the transfer. I won't be happy as just an observer. I need to work. I engineer power systems. Will I be allowed employment alongside your people?
That's the whole point of this exchange. The Nexus needs people like you.
That's all I needed to hear. I'll have your ambassador start the transfer. Thank you.
Ryder. What can I do for you?
I'll let you concentrate.
You know where I'll...
How's it going?
I should get back to things.
Sounds good.
Pathfinder, you have pending vid calls.
Suvi, play the full distress call from Prodromos.
Right away.
This is the Initiative Outpost Prodromos on Eos. We're in need of assistance. Tempest, this one is for you. We've got hostiles inbound. No ground activity, but there soon will be. Pathfinder, we need you. Going dark until it's resolved. We're not giving up Eos again. Out.
That's the last we heard? Nothing else?
No Ryder, but also no alarms. The orbital buoy isn't showing any major traffic. Bradley's military, all about the prep. I bet it's a brownout to present less of a target.
Keep the nav fresh. I'll be on the bridge soon.
Understood.
Ryder, this is Kandros. Sam warned us about Knight's attack. Unfortunately, one device triggered already. We lost a chunk of hydroponics.
Sorry, Kandros. I had to help someone out. Where's Knight?
We're tracking her down, but those devices are still live. I need you to take care of them, quietly. We can't afford panic.
Sorry, Pathfinder. Matriarch Ashara.
You're back safe, No, Kerry, professional. First things first. Tan sent a little gift for your positive message. I'd make the most of it. Today's a tough one. The Exiles. Probably the most live-wire topic for our leaders. You've met the treacherous mutineers at Kadara Port. Some think the Exiles are a menace to be eradicated.
The Exiles have as many problems as the Initiative. Not every outlaw wants us dead.
Wow, it's almost heresy to hear that the Exiles are anything but filthy... well, exiles. I wish I could draw this out, but I have a meeting. Sorry. Apparently some colonists want to talk about the series. Maybe they'll be willing to go on camera.
I don't know. Maybe I should have stayed home.
Hey, Vetra. Have you heard anything about some lab techs coming out of deep freeze?
Oh yeah, Kesh was mentioning that when we caught up.
It's Pathfinder Ryder. Is it true? Was there an attempt on that traitor Sloane Kelly's life?
It's true.
Oh, that makes me happy. The thought of her out there with a target on her back. Someday she'll get hers.
I don't like your attitude.
I'm not alone. That woman is despised. She deserves death.
Hi, I'm Gian Garson, founder of the initiative. Welcome to the Nexus. We ask that you spend 4 minutes going through immigration.
Sam, anyone nearby?
Negative, Pathfinder. The vicinity is clear of all personnel. There is a blank spot in your vicinity, Pathfinder.
What do you mean?
I cannot see part of the room, for lack of a better term.
Kesh, I'm not sure what we can do here. We've got the system stabilized for now, but we're going to need to reroute power soon. We could lose some stasis pods if we don't.
Interference is preventing scanner function. You will need to rely on more basic means to search these quarters. The datapad is password locked. Shall I run a decryption?
Seems worth the risk. Do it.
Accessing audio logs.
Play the first one.
Tan is starting to get along with Vetra's replacement a little too well. Better do something about it.
Play the second one.
Remind Addison that the Krogan all left. Keep her unhappy.
Play the third one.
Stay away from what's-his-face in charge of the first colony. If he thought I was messing with Addison, he could be serious trouble.
Thanks, Dan.
Meeting notes for Director Tan. Engineering has requested resources we don't have yet again. In particular, repairs to non-essential systems. I'm having doubts in Kesh's ability to prioritize tasks appropriately.
How to rise through the ranks and the path to quick promotions. Rebreather components, power cells, dried food.
Scanning the labels, many of these boxes were reported missing. Perhaps you should look under or behind the furnishings, Pathfinder.
What do we have here? What's this?
I cannot scan what you're holding, Pathfinder. It's somehow blocking me, as a scrambler might.
Sounds like a job for a comms expert. Wait, is that what I think it is?
That model ship was declared missing from inventory 6 months ago. Pathfinder, are you putting the box back?
Finders keepers.
Son of a bitch, you played me.
Knight?
Yes, me. I let you near my son. You're not stopping this.
Flag of the tail.
Interesting.
That's
Thanks,
yours, Nexus.
Pathfinder. Hey there. Drinks are fizzing tonight. Drinks are fizzing tonight.
Ryder, please. The Nexus doesn't need those computers. But we won't be safe from another Overlord until they're gone.
You don't know that.
Yes, I do. I sacrificed everything to stop it.
Can I talk to you, Ryder?
Superintendent Cash reminds everyone all power grid adjustments must be approved beforehand. Colonial Affairs, please advise Director
Right, we cornered Nat, but she's carrying the last of those devices. I have a sniper ready, but she wants to speak to you. We could end this peacefully.
Can I talk to you, Ryder?
Good that you're here, Ryder. I found something while monitoring comms for the Nexus. Multiple attacks by people called the Three Sabers. They're hitting outposts and supply vessels. The really weird part is they seem aware of our operations, like they're getting intel.
I hope you have some proof to back up that allegation.
No real proof, just a pattern that shows they seem to know where to attack. And a feeling. I've reported it, and they say they'll investigate, but then forget. But you're the Pathfinder. If someone's betraying the Nexus, you have to do something about it.
If they seem to know our operations, that could spell trouble. Best to get to the bottom of it.
Thank you. I knew I could count on you. Best Pathfinder ever. I don't know where they hide, but I got the nav points for their most recent raids. Maybe the Tempest scanners can figure out where they went.
Attention, civil disobedience has been reported in hydroponics. Security is investigating.
A hostage crisis in hydroponics ended after Nexus Security forcibly removed protesters, resulting in numerous injuries. Tensions reached a boiling point after protesters complained their families were being kept in stasis in favor of sleepers with political connections.
This is not what I
This
signed up for.
is HNS.
It could be worse.
I talk to my family every day.
Kandros reports the sniper is ready.
Understood, Sam.
Sam. Such a human name. No one ever listens. Your father built his human AI implant. Overlord went on despite my...
You're trying to bury something, but I think that's what this is really about.
I thought Overlord might help my son. They made him a candidate for their butchery. So I sabotaged it. I faked rogue code and ripped him out. Alain was hurt terribly, but he was alive and himself, not a... First Overlord, then Sam. Horrors, forced on children. It has to end, even if I must do the unforgivable.
Dad created Sam to help my mother survive a terminal illness.
Many terrible things come from good intentions. I should know.
Sam and I helped Alain together. He's going to be all right.
No, the code I made, no one could fix it.
Sam did. Stand down and you can ask Alain yourself.
Here. The last device.
Thank you.
No matter what sentence they give me, I hope Alan will forgive me someday. If Sam really is what you say, perhaps it can forgive me too.
Please report any suspicious activity to the nearest security representative.
Of course, there are probably more systems to find. The Scourge doesn't help.
But our mapping... My model of Helios blossoms with data thanks to you. Here, please. You have earned this.
A worker was lost to space during repairs on the Nexus hull. The victim's name has been withheld until next of kin in the Milky Way is notified. This is Agent...
Do you know why I asked to be placed with you?
I believe you possess an emotional impulse to be among your own kind.
More than that. I seek someone who understands me.
Complete understanding of a unique consciousness is impossible.
I disagree. It's the only possibility worth exploring.
Ryder, one of your father's memories is available.
Let's see it.
This memory is from your mother's final day.
It was a good fight, soldier.
It's not over yet.
Alec.
No.
Alec, we have a few hours. Let's enjoy them.
And after that?
We'll still have each other, but we want you.
I love you, Mom.
I love you. Both of you. Live your lives. Do great things. I see so much potential in you. And remember, fall in love. At least once.
I'll let you guys talk.
Say it, Alec. Say it. Then I will. Goodbye. Watch out for the kids. Be there for them.
I will.
Mourn me, Alec, but don't let this destroy you. What did you used to say when you were in N7?
When your back's against the wall, if you can't run from it, use it.
Remember that. Be strong.
Never as strong as you. I love you, Ellen.
I didn't expect that.
Death remains an elusive concept for me. A finite end in a cosmos otherwise filled with infinite possibilities.
I don't think it's the end. Mom didn't just disappear forever.
Where did she go?
I don't know. I like to think existence somehow continues.
In which case, my failure to save her may not be total. Your father hoped I would cure her.
I never understood. With all your capabilities, Sam, why did she die?
My ability to enhance organic physiology has limitations. Your mother's disease was systemic. It also seems that life is more than just biology. It is the will to continue living. I believe your mother accepted her fate, and likewise, her body surrendered. I detect additional memories, but they are currently locked. They may yet hold answers.
Okay, I'll keep working on it. That's all for now.
Of course. Your father's personal logs. That log is not currently accessible. Unlocking my memory array may...
Baby, where are you?
Hey, Vetra. I'm...
A bar opens on the Nexus. Visitors herald the vortex as a sign of civility, and the opposite of civility, as more sleepers wake in need of a drink. This is HNS.
Have you been to any of the planets yet?
History is
This is
made
not
after
good.
the initiative establishes
Damned exiles.
its first outpost in...
Oi, Pathfinder. Today has not been a good day.
Why's that?
A large shipment of medical supplies intended for the outposts you've started was intercepted by the... Scouts confirmed they've divvied the supplies up among their own outposts.
I'll see what I can do about reclaiming them.
That would be... maybe when you come across them, arse.
Ryder, that was a hell of a thing talking to your sister in a coma. Can't say I really bought into the whole Sam implant, but well, that was pretty amazing.
That's just my stupid brain. Doctors said it was inoperable. I was told.
Yeah, it was. I had no idea we could do that.
Just when you think you've seen it all. And here a 600-year trip to a new galaxy seemed like science fiction. Something new every day.
So you and Lexi swapped jobs?
You know that moment when you realize you're just getting... right, look who I'm talking to. Watching you guys running around, dodging lightning and the cat, it's a young man. And she's one hell of a doctor. She'll serve the temp...
A worker was lost to space during repairs on the Nexus hull. The victim's name has been withheld until next of kin in the Milky Way is notified. This is HNS.
Maintenance crews, please report to the commissary.
Pathfinder, what can I do for you? Pathfinder business. Stay calm. And trust me when I say this is serious. Calm and serious. Check. I found this thing somewhere on station. I need to know what it does exactly. Sure, I could... Wait. This is a scrambler unit. These things are illegal. Where did you get this? Keeping it quiet for now. You'll find out when the time is right. Or when I hack this scrambler for you, eh? Can you prove who's been using it? Solid proof. You bet. You could hack through every security wall we have of this thing. There's a reason they're illegal? Sorry. Calm and serious. Deep breaths. Let me know when you're done. Yes, sir.
Pathfinder, you have new email.
Security is investigating.
Pathfinder?
I have a specific person I want brought out of cryo.
Name and designation if available.
That's it? You'll just do it?
Nowhere in my job description does it say, argue with the Pathfinder. That said, I record all interactions. If something you ask for causes trouble, there'll be no doubt that you're responsible.
Let's keep this between us. Here's the info.
Deployment will begin shortly. Is there anything else, Pathfinder?
Another time.
Pathfinder.
Pathfinder.
I've been digging, and there are serious concerns about Spender.
And this relates to your job as Pathfinder how?
It relates to your job.
3, 4, 5. Right. I've had a year and a half of doing everything with nothing. 1,000 people riding me. Spender, shit as he is, helps. So, Pathfinder, if you've accusations to make, be certain. I'll drop trouble like a hot rock, but I can't lose people over suspicions. We don't have the people left.
How are we doing on the viability front?
Aiming for success. It sounds pat, but you're living up to the job.
I have info on a specific sleeper I'd like brought out of cryo.
Did you forget the stink that playing favorites has already caused? Look, you're the Pathfinder. If you've a request for your extended team, that's a request you can make. Access the sleeper records through Brekker's console. It's none of my business. Until you make it a problem for me. Understood?
Superintendent Cat.
Pathfinder.
How has the Nexus reacted to the foothold I've established?
People are eager to help. The shortages are obvious, but you're turning it to inspiration. Havarl is a draw for the research-minded, despite there being so little established. It remains unusual despite the corrected vault. It may yet be a surprising producer. We shall see. There's so much beneath Vold. Some are calling it beautiful, but not when I'm around. Poetry remains off-limits. While Tate is a master at wringing out resources, there are legitimate concerns about the connections you use to place it.
Sloan is established. We need that influence.
Tan is livid, of course. Giving the exiles any concession legitimizes them. Keep an eye on it. There's only so much I can deflect, and only so long as you can promise stability.
Director Addison?
Pathfinder.
Superintendent Cash reminds everyone, all power grid... Justice must be approved beforehand.
Residents are still mourning the loss of Gene Garson. The
initiative founder was killed when the Nexus hit the Scourge. An official tribute is planned, though Director Jaren Tan has provided few details so far.
Without Jean, we wouldn't be here. But now that we are here, we need...
This is HNS. Showdown on Kadara, rivals vie for power on the Exile Port. After a bitter fight with their collective rivals, the Outcasts have now claimed control of Kadara. The collective leader known as the Charlatan has now been identified as Reyes Vidal, the notorious smuggler. Vidal is on the run as Kadara security tightens under Outcast leader Sloan Kelly. This is HNS.
Superintendent Cash... reminds everyone, all power grid adjustments must... Maintenance crews, please report to the commons area. A reminder to all personnel, overtime hours remain in effect. Pathfinder?
What is it?
You're out there, facing the Ket. Maybe they just don't understand us. Do you think peace could ever be possible?
The Ket seem set in their ways.
So, it would be up to us to change?
If they have their way, they'll change us into them. That's what they do.
Oh, I see. We must continue the fight then. Thank you for your time. Apex personnel, please check your duty roster.
Thank you for the Kadara nails. They didn't phase Kesh, but she liked the taste.
Superintendent Max.
Oh, word.
I have some reports here that... Top scientists have... Superintendent Cash reminds everyone, all power grid adjustments must be approved beforehand. scientists have few answers, as the dark energy anomaly known as the Scourge limits travel and communication in the cluster. This is HNS.